Hi, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Learning Love. I hope you're all doing marvelous today. I am tired. All I can think about is my bed and sleeping. But I'm just like finally coming down from a very, very busy month, which was an enormous roller coaster emotionally. But hey, we made it through. We only get stronger, more resilient. So thank you, God, for another test. Strongest warrior for a reason. Isn't that so? Whatever. Anyways, I hope you're doing good. I hope you're taking good care of yourself. But we're not here for a little chatter because we have an important topic to cover today. As you can tell by the title, today I want to talk about how much balls it actually takes, or titties. It takes a lot of courage to choose love, to be a lover, to believe in love, to be vulnerable, to open yourself up to the idea that there's actually still love in this very dark and very cruel world. So, let's talk about it if you're ready for it. If you're new, hi, my name is Lynn. There's many more videos on this channel where this one came from. So feel free to check it out. There's many more to come. So also feel free to subscribe to my channel, like this video, and share if you think that anyone could use this. I think you could use this. I think your friend could use this. Maybe your mom, maybe your cousin. I don't know. We need some more love in the world. So let's think about it. Let's critically reflect on the way that our world is selling us ideas about love that might actually be an illusion. Because I feel like, yes, and you know it, we live in a world where love is very far to find. When you look around you, when you scroll on social media, there's a lot of pain, there's a lot of suffering. It's very easy to get jaded. We have to laugh. We have to get cynical to survive all the pain and all the wars and all the horrible things that are happening in the world. Cruelty is everywhere. And I'm here today to prove to myself, to remind myself, and to maybe remind you that there is still also love everywhere, but it's not well represented because it's scary. And even when we see real love, we are the ones that are skeptical about it because believing takes a lot of courage, like I just said. Also, another thing that we have to be very cautious about is that we live in a world, we live in a time where there's so much performative love. We cannot even see past the illusion of what is real and what is fake anymore. So many people pretend. We are sold many different ideas about what love looks like, or what it should be, or what it shouldn't be. And it's very easy to fall into the trap that love is just this perfect mathematical equation or formula that everyone can just easily tap into if you know the right rules and if you just train well enough and if the logic is logicking. It really doesn't work that way. But we revert to this very strategic, logical way of approaching love because there is so much fear attached to love. Love is such a gamble. Love is a game where you don't win anything. Love is a game where you will lose, actually. The only reason that you would want to choose love is for the experience, for the privilege to experience emotions on the most high divine level, I think, to expand the world into ecstasy almost. That comes with very beautiful highs, opens the door to many experiences in the world, but you know there's a lot of low lows attached to that. You know that choosing love is going to be painful. So you don't do it to win, because you will still experience pain. You will lose the people you love eventually. We all do. Love is also a liability as politicians. Sorry, I've been watching too much Scandal lately. The point is, there is no logical reason to choose for love, and still we are constantly looking for that logic. And maybe this is the opportunity to take a step back and to observe our ways. Hey, why is everybody so rude on the street today? I'm trying to film a video, okay? It's a very important one. Thank you. There is a reason love is such an important feeling, also such a taboo for the world, but also for ourselves. It is opposing to our ego, to our pride, and it's the one thing greater than fear. Because you have to overcome your fears to experience love. You have to decide to believe in something that perhaps you cannot tangibly prove to be existent. You have to have faith that there are still good people that have good intentions, despite them showing up in ways that might hurt you, despite you having gone through things in the past that have shown you the exact opposite, despite all the hurt you have experienced, despite the many people that you thought were love, but perhaps weren't the type of love that your heart was seeking for. That is why there's a lot of fear that comes with love. And what I notice is that once you find that real love, once you find a person that you have a genuine connection with, where it's healthy, a healthy foundation, when you have this space where love can exist without constantly being in survival or having your guard up or feeling like you're fighting the person you're trying to love constantly, it creates a space where your walls are going to crumble slowly. It creates a safe space where you're able to experience new things. But what it does, it alters your past. Bear with me. When you're in a safe space with a person, it's like for the first time you can explore all the corners of your mind safely. Share that with a person. It's like all your past experiences come back up. But for the first time, it's like you can actually go through them and process them because you feel loved wholly, completely in that connection, in that space that you're in. So every time I feel like once you're in a healthy connection, a lot of fears, a lot of things from your past are going to come up, which is normal. Perhaps this is the first time in your life that they are able to fully be understood, felt, processed, because before you didn't have that safe space where you had the freedom to feel deep-seated pains, where you had the time and the nurture from outside of yourself as well to actually tend to your scars. Life keeps going, life doesn't stop. So it's very hard to find a place to have shelter and to actually heal our past wounds, especially when we constantly meet new people that are just too busy trying to stab us in the back once again. Ain't nobody got time for that. It's so easy to get bitter. It's so easy to get jaded and to turn cold. 2 years ago, I opened myself up to love again, and I didn't realize how frosted my heart was. And you can see it just in the way you approach relationships, the kind of things that you value, the way that you imagine your life, and this is for myself. Perhaps it's different for you, but I think somewhere we all yearn for love, but we make excuses. For example, the one thing that was very common for me was that I wanted to pursue a career and I couldn't have love because a successful career and love were kind of opposing, or you can't have both. Maybe that was a fear of mine. A fear. At first, you need to acknowledge to yourself and to be honest with yourself. Like, let's be honest, you want love. Let's be honest. You want to be seen. You want to feel held. You want that intimacy. You want to be your freest, feel like a child again with someone, explore the world, build a life, have that one person until the end of days or until time separates you. I think that's a very beautiful thing to want. And it's a lot, like, I feel like it's a lot to ask almost in these days, what I feel like still a lot of people want it. But anyways, I digress. Once you notice, like, I am telling myself that I can't have love because of this and this and this, these are probably your fears trying to prevent you from opening up to the idea of love. And the more you believe in love, this is so weird. The more you believe in love, which is a very courageous thing to do, the more the world opens up to you, the more your path of life opens up to you, because you have to conquer your fears. You have to conquer your fears to believe in love. So do you understand how much balls it takes, how courageous you must be to believe in love in this very jaded world? And once you become that person that dares to love, that embodies that belief, that doesn't allow their fears to stop them for going into the direction that they know they really want to go in, but they're just afraid because it might bring up things from the past, fears, hurt, pain, doubts, Once you embody the person that you are, that will attract the love that you believe in, it's like it opens up also the routes and the possibilities of what you can do in your life. And then you realize how big the world is and how big you can dream. It's really strange, and I don't know how to explain it. And perhaps you have experienced it as well. Love just opens doors, love just creates new dimensions and new possibilities. The sky is the limit. Not loving is limiting the self, because you are actually a prisoner of your own fears. Understand this: not loving or not choosing love, to me now, it almost is a reflection of having a fear of hurting, having a fear of sadness, insecurities, grief, loss. But if you are afraid to hurt and you are holding yourself back because of that fear, on the other side, the flip side of that is that you are limiting yourself from living. You're not living fully. Because to live is to feel. To live is to ride the roller coaster of emotions. It takes courage to stand in line, to know that you're about to take the craziest ride of your life with the craziest highs and the craziest lows. But once you get out of that roller coaster, you'll be like, I'm fucking glad I did that and I want to do it again. I don't want to live my entire life on the sidelines, safe, not living at all. I don't know. So ask yourself today, what am I really afraid of? Are you afraid of being rejected? So what? Taking the steps of your heart will eventually bring you closer to whatever is for you. And sometimes you need to do it for the plot. Hey, we want to do stupid shit for the plot, but we don't want to do inspiring shit for the plot. The kind of inspiration you get from that, especially if you're an artist, man, come on. Your best art is going to come from daring to open your heart to love and to translate whatever feelings come from that experience. Also, there are always people loving you. And I noticed that love is a decision I have to make for myself. I can get in my head and be like, no, this is not love, or is this real? Is it not? Does it really matter? Because the real love that I have been talking about also in this series, the real love that we're talking about in this episode, because there's a lot of different types of love, but the highest form of love that I've been experiencing, that I really appreciate, that I want to teach, that I want to give, that I want to embody, is a free love, a love that's not controlling. So it's not about what you do for me. It's not about what you can bring to the table. Although that's also a nuanced conversation, because it also involves loving the self enough. So we have to find a balance in that, not neglecting ourselves, loving someone else. That's not what we're talking about. But it's not about gaining something from someone. It's not about having someone in our possession. It's not about having this picture or this idea or presenting love in a certain way to the external world. It's about the inner experience. It's about the feeling. It's about the letting go. It's about the respect. It's about understanding. It's about compassion. It's about understanding that every person has the freedom to choose love, and you choosing love, knowing that no one owes you anything, and that people will not always love you in the way that you will love them, that everyone is different, that everyone has their different pasts, experiences, behavior, needs, wants, desires. That is a very powerful thing to do. Love is very selfless. And I think it takes a lot of courage to be that selfless in this selfish world where everyone is out for themselves. So yeah, I think I'm going to leave it at that for this video. I hope it kind of makes sense. This was God speaking. This was not me. So I want to thank my spirit guides, thank the angels for this beautiful message. I really hope that if you were here, that this was exactly what you needed to hear, and that this inspired you in some kind of way, that it brought you to thinking a bit more. And stop fearing love. You have nothing to lose. Go for it. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Lynn, and there's more where this came from. Please like and subscribe if you like this video. There's more to come. There's also a podcast. Follow me on Instagram, and I'll see you around. Bye.